Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, where it is match day, and we will face Port Vale in the League Cup. Absolute glamour tie, one for the ages. This one, but it is in all seriousness an important game for Arsenal. Arsenal will have ambitions to go deep and win every competition this year, and that certainly should be the aim. And when you draw League One opposition, whether that's home or away, and I don't mean this disparagingly towards Port Vale, you would, as Arsenal Football Club, expect to win. Port Vale currently 19th in League One, 4 defeats and 1 win from their last 5 league games. They've also had a win in the EFL Cup as well. I think it's called that, but the one for League One and League Two teams. Um, so they're not on great form, and you would expect Arsenal to win this. But I'm also anticipating that Port Vale will be massively up for this in the first few minutes. Everything they're going to be flying into tackles, and they will probably tire over the 90 minutes. And I was talking to Sparks about this yesterday on his show, and I think it's one of those ones where if Arsenal score early, it could be a rout, could be 3-4-5. These ties often, though, don't see that earlier goal because of that sort of adrenaline early in the games, and Port Vale will probably sit in, dig deep, and I think Arsenal will need to break them down over time. I think that's probably how the game will go, but we will see later on. Um, but Arsenal do have some team selection choices to make here. They are going to have to look at what they want to do. They obviously have injuries to Madueke, Havertz, and Jesus. They are definitely all out. Hincapié does sound like he won't be available as well, and there are question marks about Norgard, who appears to be fit, Ben White, and Martin Odegaard. So whether they are fit or not, we will see later. Saliba and Saka, of course, just come back from injury as well, and there will be a decision for Mikel Arteta to make there about how many minutes they get, because he's going to have to balance resting players and getting some match fitness. So players like Gyökeres or Calafiori, are they going to get rest because they've played a lot of minutes so far this season? Whereas Bukayo Saka, normally we would say let's rest him for this game, and although he hasn't been rested in the past, but there is an argument that he actually needs some match fitness and some minutes this evening. And then there are other questions about the makeup of the midfield. So I think lots of selection issues, really difficult sort of team selection choice to make here. But I've gone for an 11 of Kepa. White if he's fit. If not, I think Mosquera will move over to that side. Resting Timber is absolutely vital. That would move Saliba into the centre. Ideally within Hincapié, but it would be Gabriel if Hincapié not fit, and Miles Lewis-Skelly. So ideally a back four of White, Mosquera, Hincapié and Miles Lewis-Skelly, but I think there will be changes there. Norgard and Moreno in the two sort of 6-8 roles, with Wanyeri at the 10. I have Saka starting, but Dalman to come on fairly early on the right, and Trossard and Martinelli as the front two. I think Arsenal win this 2-0, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.